Welcome to All Time Free Tutor. Today we learn compound interest, how to solve any problem using this sheet. We know the basic concept of this compound interest. We have already learned from this video. Now we are coming to the solution. We know these terms also very well. Now we know how to calculate D, N, how to convert time in year, and as well as principal plus interest, total amount. Okay, now we are coming to the interest. Calculate the interest and the PI. You have to open this link. Okay, you will move to the calculate interest section. Now here read the question properly. Okay, these four must be given in your question. Read properly. The amount we invest, the compound interest rate, the time of deposit, and D. Everything will be given in your exam, in your question. Okay? Anywhere, anyhow, it is given. Just read properly if you have to calculate the interest. Remember, I am just reminding, in case of compound interest, we cannot calculate interest directly. We have to calculate PI first, then I. In case of simple interest, this is reverse. We have to calculate interest first, then PI. Okay? So we are coming to here using this formula. Okay, first we have to calculate N. N equals to TD. N equals to TD. That means 3 into 1. D is 1 here. So D is 3. D is 3. And here next we have to calculate F first. Factor F. We will calculate factor F first. F equals to 1 plus R by 100D. Okay, very easily we can calculate this. D is equals to 1. So if we put these values, and it will be calculated very easily. Okay. Now in this way my factor F becomes this 104 by 100. Now PI equals to P into F to the power N. Look at here, we have written PI here in the second formula. PI equals to F into F to the power N. Okay, so here 3, for the N equals to 3, PI equals to F into F into F. We know, I am telling once again that it is very difficult to calculate PI without calculator, but in the exam if it is given, then you have to perfectly calculate these multiplications. This is not an easy task for anyone in the exam hall. Okay, so keep your head cool and multiply this. Okay, after this multiplication we will get this value, and finally my answer is this. Okay, so this is my PI. So how to calculate interest? PI minus P. That means this is my interest. In this way we can calculate my PI. interest and PI. Nothing here. Okay. So just read copy carefully what is written in your question. Now from the next time, just what you will have to do, you don't check the procedure. Do it in your copy first. Okay, thereafter put the values here and check whether your answer is correct or wrong. If it is wrong, then where you have, in which step you make the mistake. Very simple calculation, but very difficult multiplication and division, especially multiplication. Okay, we have to do it carefully. Next, in my question, we have to read properly. Okay, maybe in the question it is asking how much, for how much year or how much time we have to invest. Then we have to click on this video. Okay, this link, calculate time t. Select this and open link. We will move to exactly that position. To calculate for how much time we have to invest, we need this 4 information. P, I, rate of interest, and D. We must have to know this 4 information. Then how can we calculate this? First we will calculate N. Okay, we know we have to calculate N. Here we don't know T, so N will come in form of TD. Okay, N will come in form of T. D equals to 1, so N equals to T. Next, we have to calculate F, factor F. F equals to 1 plus R by 100D. So that means F will become, okay, do this factorial addition, fractional addition, and this my result will come to in this fractional form. Okay, this is my F. Now we have to calculate PI. PI. Okay, look at here. We know P and I both. So PI can be calculated directly, P plus I. So directly we can calculate PI very easily. Okay, so in another way, that means using our original formula, then we have to calculate our time t. We know another formula of PI. Here as D equals to 1, as D equals to 1, what will be the another form of PI form? P into F, because N has become T. Sorry, N has become T. So this PI has become F to the power T. F to the power T. So this has become F to the power T. We know the value of F. Value of F is 11 by 10. So this is 11 by 10 to the power. This is this red. This red. This side kappa. Kappa is called power, to the power. To the power T. 11 to the power T. From left hand side, another side. And from this side, we calculate which value? That means 11 by 10 whole to the power 3. Okay. This value is 11 by 10 whole to the power 3. How it does become the 11 by 10 to the power 3? Remember, in the exam this problem will not be a tougher one. It will not be a tougher one. Okay, because this is, look at here, last number. This is 1000. This is 1000. 1000 means what to the power 10? 1000 means which to the power 10? Why 10? Because f is 10. Denominator of f is 10. So we have to represent 10 to the power something. So this is 10 to the power 3. Now if you indirectly calculate 11 to the power 3, okay, just check 11 to the power 3, 11 to the power 3 will become this value, exactly this value. Don't need to calculate. As 1000 is, here it is 10, so this is 10 to the power 3. So it will become 11 to the power 3. This value is 11 to the power 3. Okay. Now if we compare this section, if we compare this section, 11 by 10 to the power t, and this side is 11 by 10 to the power 3. If both side is equal, then t should be 3. So t is 3 years. So t is 3 years in this way. Okay. And pi we have already calculated. Pi is equals to this. Little tricky, just you have to check it carefully. Okay, I'm just repeating once again. We have calculated the pi from, as we know, p and I directly. So this is the total, my pi. Now this value will be calculated from the formula p into f to the power t. Why f to the power t? Because f to the power n. What is the value of n? N is equals to t. So f to the power n becomes n to the power f to the power t. Okay. So from the equation change, if we change the equation, this is the multiplication form. So this is equal to this value divided by 4000. This value divided by 4000. Okay, and we have to shorten in this way so that what denominator part has become in form of 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 like that. Okay, don't go for any more shorter. Maybe it can be shorter, more fractional shorter, but don't try to do this. Just try to make it in the multiple of 110, 100, 1000 of like that. Okay, so we'll divide only by 4 here. We'll divide both sides by only by 4. So to that, to make it 1000. Okay. Now from the next section, okay, from the next section, just I have put the values of f here, 11 by 10, Now as it is 10, so we have to make this denominator part 1000 in the form of 10. So 1000 is, we know, 10 to the power 3. So this will also become 11. Okay, because this part is 11, as this is 11, so it will be 11 also. 11 to the power 3. Now compare both sections. So t is equals to 3 years. Okay, problem is solved. Just if you understood this process, it is not very difficult to calculate. Maybe just complicated, but very easy to calculate time. Okay. Maybe in your question, this has come in this way. Okay. In this case, we know the pi. We know the pi, not I. Just like this problem. Here we know I, we don't know pi. But here we know the pi, but we don't know I. Exactly same problem, no difference thing concept. Because if we know p and pi, we can calculate I. Okay. Then if we know the I as well, then this formula and this formula are exactly same formula, no changes. Okay. So I am just not repeating same process, exactly same thing I am doing here also. This section, look at this section. This is 11 by 10 to the power t. And this form we have to convert into exactly same 11 by 10 to the power which value. Thus we can calculate the value directly. Okay. So if we have to calculate the time, how much time we have to invest, it is a little difficult concept in compound interest, but it is not so difficult to calculate. So no hard multiplication is there, no hard division is there. If you have to just use your intelligence, nothing more than that. Now next problem is calculate the compound interest rate. This is not simple interest rate. This is calculate compound interest rate. Okay, I am clicking on here. We'll move to the compound interest rate section. Okay. For this purpose, these 4 information must be given in your question. See this properly. Okay. Or maybe in case of I, pi is given, pi is not given, like this problem. Pi is given, I is not given. But whatever it is, whether pi is given or I given, both exactly same procedure, no difference. First, what we have to do? We have to calculate n. We know t, we know d, so we can calculate td or n very easily. Okay. Now we have to calculate f. F is equals to 1 plus r by 100d. So we'll get a in form of r. F will get in form of r because r is unknown here. Okay. And pi, here I is given, so pi will be calculated. From p plus I will get the pi. Okay, so this is my pi. What is my formula? Formula is telling pi equals to p into f to the power n. What is the value of n? N equals to 2. So f to the power 2. So this is f to the power 2. So if we exchange the side, so f to the power 2 equals to this divided by this. This divided by this. Don't try to make it shorter. Don't try to make it shorter. Okay? Never, ever. Just do the square root operation. Do the square root operation. Okay? This is 4 0, 1 and 4 0. So that means square root will be 1 and 2 0. Okay, just you have to know the rules of square root. You have to know the rules of square root. Then we can find out this value is nothing but 108. So value of f has become 108. We can calculate it from here. Okay. Now we know the value of f. F is equals to in form of r, and here we have calculated the f. So this part equals to this. Okay. So here 1 plus r by 100 equals to this. Now is it the fractional addition subtractions? Okay, we can solve. R is equals to 8. Okay. I hope no more problem will arise. This and this has no difference. Okay. Just what we have to do, f will come in form of r, pi will be directly calculated, and in the second method also, p into f to the power n. Okay, in this way. Just here one trick is you have to learn the square root, finding the square root of a number. You have to just find out of this. Okay. Next section, next type of problem, calculate p. Calculate p. Click on the open link. We'll move to the calculate p section. Okay. For this purpose, this 4 information must be given. Okay. Or okay, there is a mistake. It should not be pi. This should be I. Okay, I'll correct later on. This is T. T, pi, r and d is given. We have to calculate p and I. Okay. Now I am coming here. N is equals to Td. T known, D known, so N is known. N is calculated. And next we have to calculate F. 1 plus R by 100D. R known, R also known, D also known. So F also calculated directly. Okay. Now we'll come to the problem. Pi is given, so Pi is written directly. Pi is equals to P into f to the power n. F to the power n. That means f into f. N equals to 2, so f into f. Okay. So if we exchange the side, so P will become this. Okay, and these values will be reversed. This value will be reversed. Now this tough multiplication and division will get P is equals to this value. Okay. Maybe in your question, okay, instead of pi, I is given. Okay, instead of pi, I is given. Pi is not given. In that case, what will happen? N can be calculated directly because T and D is known. So this is 2. And then F also can be calculated directly. F is calculated directly here. Okay. Now Pi, we don't know Pi. We don't know value of Pi. So we have written the Pi in this way. Pi equals to P plus I. Pi equals to P plus I. The left hand side. Pi equals to P into F into F. Why F into F? Because N equals to 2. So this has become F into F. Okay. Now do this operation, we'll get a equation of P and I. We'll get a equation in form of P and I. Okay. We get this final form, P and I. Now we coming to here. We know Pi, I is known, I is given here. So now we put the values of I here and we calculate this value of P is equals to 25,000. Just you need to shorten this multiplication and division. We'll get P equals to this and Pi equals to this value. Okay. So just solve. First time you see how the process to be done, and thereafter see the problem calculate yourself, and then put the values here in the corresponding calculation. Which value you have to calculate? Just put those value and calculate it. It can be calculated very easily and it can be verified at which step you make the mistake. Okay, this process is quite simple but difficult. Multiplication, division and square root finding is here, so you have to learn them very well. Okay, thank you very much.